as you sow, that shall you also reap. Sometimes it is not obvious to us because we look at only one life, and that's why you become confused. But then one lifetime span is hardly anything to look at. That doesn't explain too much. It's only when you extend it beyond that you understand, it seems to make sense. And while we are in this world of Maya, the law of karma applies to us. So what is this law of karma and how can we go beyond it? So all of us have a stockpile of karmas from past lives. This is called the Sanchit karmas. Now God's system of justice is whatever you did, you have to bear the consequence. And while bearing the consequence, we'll be doing more karmas, then you bear the consequence of that, and while bearing that, you will do more karmas, you bear the consequences of that as well. Now, since we have had infinite lives, our stockpile is infinite. So, to burn them all will take infinite lives. And while burning them, we'll keep on doing more karmas. What is the end of this? There is one recourse, and that is the law of grace. Just like even in the world, if the judge decides that for this murder case, the death sentence has been given, the case then goes up to the High Court and finally the Supreme Court. And if the Supreme Court also decides it's a death sentence, now what to do? You've gone to the highest authority. So I'm not familiar with US law, but Indian law states that even after that an appeal can be made to the President for mercy. And if the President decides by mercy, he can repeal that punishment of the death sentence. So likewise, I believe it's the same in USA as well. So likewise, God says, as long as you are not surrendered to me, the law of karma applies. But when you do surrender, my grace will intervene. That grace will burn up your sins of endless lifetimes. They will all be burnt and gotten rid of. So the Bhagavad Gita explains in the 18th chapter, 66th verse, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam raja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shucha. Arjun, give up all varieties of religiosity and just surrender to God. And then by His grace, all your sanchit karmas will be burnt asunder. So what we need to do then is to surrender to God, to conquer over the material energy, to conquer over this mind of ours. That will attract divine grace. This leads to the question, what is surrender? Now we have all heard that we should surrender, But what does surrender mean? There is one external surrender and one real surrender. What is external surrender? You put a sticker in your shop, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. I have surrendered to God. When the Yamdoots come, I'll show them the sticker. Some people say, you do whatever you like during the day. Except when you are about to sleep, you say Rama Arpanamastu and go to sleep. You are surrendered. Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. You are surrendered. This is jokery. Surrender is not an external act. It's not that by putting on a certain tilak you are surrendered, or going to a certain holy place you are surrendered, or saying a certain mantra you are surrendered. Surrender is a state of our consciousness, and it has different aspects, facets to it. So this concept of surrender is very important for us all to understand. The scriptures explain that just try and fulfill these 6 facets of it. Anukulyasya sankalpaha pratikulyasya varjanam rakshishyatiti vishvaso goptritve varanam tatha atmanikshepakarpanye shadvidha sharanagati. This verse from the Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu is also in the Vayu Puran, is also in the Ahir Budhni Samhita. 3 scriptures have got exactly the same verse, and they are saying that 6 points need to be fulfilled for surrender. And if you say, if I fulfill 5 points, then will I get 5/6 of the divine grace? God says, no, it doesn't work like that. If the whole machine is all right, an Airbus, and one wire has come off, the machine is grounded, the mechanic comes, repairs it, you say, okay, so many hours, such a expensive machine, and one wire had stopped it from functioning. So likewise, this surrender also, God says, Mam ekam sharanam raja. Your surrender must fulfill all these points.